Hello everyone and welcome. I have a bit of a different video for you guys today. Today's discussion is less a rant or a response to the growing community dissatisfaction around the current state of the game, but more so a direct response to two prominent community commenters and their recent videos. In the last 24 hours, both The Lore and Ryan 6 Days a Week have posted a well-articulated and well-thought-through points of criticism, links in the description below, lovingly criticizing rather obvious flaws in the current state of Dark and Darker. They both stop short of making technical recommendations, as they, in their own words, don't have the experience or the background to propose solutions. Most importantly, I feel like we're at a tipping point for this product. I see a path forward. These are all my opinions, but I feel strongly about this game that we collectively love, and I need help to get the message heard. A little background before we dive in. My friends and I have been playing Dark and Darker since playtest 3, where we no-life the hell out of it. We've continued to play daily since the early access launch. I love this game. I am blown away by the creative vision, the addictive core gameplay loop, and its overall design. My concerns for IronMace have always fallen into two big categories. My first concern, that they would be unable to combat the organized hacking efforts which directly led to the decline of games like Tarkov. My second concern, which is what we're really here discussing today, is that IronMace would not be able to execute on their creative vision, that a better funded and better resourced competitor would be able to take their vision and beat them to market. I feel like Dark and Darker could be the next Fortnite, but it's seeming more and more likely that it will become PUBG, the thing that inspires a breakout success or a breakthrough genre. In my daylight hours, I'm a technologist. My 20-plus year career in IT has been focused on maturing mid to late-stage VC and private equity-backed companies and leading their technology teams to the development of scalable, world-class software products. I was trained as a network engineer before I sold out and went into management, so please forgive me if this sounds too technical or too boardroomy. First problem, one step forward, two steps back. Dark and Darker updates often feel like a mixed bag. They get us excited about what's new, but either break the same stuff over again or introduce new broken stuff. Good and bad in sometimes equal measures. The time for this lack of maturity in their release cycle is over. To be blunt, IronMace needs to get this product on Steam. They need this to 1, maintain momentum, 2, to collect revenue to continue to fund their operations at the scale they need to be successful, and 3, to grow the community. This game is nowhere near ready for that Steam release, and each update makes me less confident that it ever will be. Take a moment to think about how Dark and Darker would be review bombed if it were on Steam today. I'm going to hazard a guess and say mostly negative. Next point, it's the performance stupid. The argument that can be made that Dark and Darker is completely non-performant. The rubber banding, the desync, the netcode, the servers, whatever you want to call it. Guys, this is a severity 1 issue in your production environment. This is a game of precise movements and precision timing. If your code is non-performant, you don't have a game, full stop. Team, all hands on deck until this Sev 1 issue is fixed. This issue has been persistent for far too long, and we as a community are collectively out of patience. It's time to grow up and eat your vegetables. These are process maturity recommendations. IronMace, you need to be operating at least 3 tiers of testing in at least 3 discrete testing environments. If these don't exist today, you need to create the lower/local dev environments for unit integration testing. You need to publish and operate a UAT/experimental environment where the community can test at scale your innovations and builds ahead of global release. Fast track both these concepts and develop a set of robust performance metrics which can objectively govern promotion betwixt. You should also do the hard work now on the CI/CD pipeline. This will be an overall accelerant to your team's productivity in the long run. This is very much a slow down now to go faster later situation. To ensure better product continuity and to insulate your customers from the kinds of poisonous changes introduced routinely with each update, your release branch needs to be treated as production. Current live servers should only receive a promotion of experimental/UAT builds after significant internal and external testing. Without this, your average customer is performing low-value testing. Yes, this is early access. Yes, your community knows this and has a tolerance for some degree of both software and design defects getting through your internal QA. But that tolerance is finite, and you are walking very close to the red line. Another point I want to raise again is about technical communications. I've been saying this for months now, but IronMace, you need to hire a release train engineer. The community needs timely, accurate, and actionable levels of detail to deliver their potential value as testers. Now I'm going to pause here for a moment because we're about to have a fight break out. That warlock I was flirting with earlier decides to push me. I am on day 4 of my I'm only going to play Barbarian strike until Barbarians are nerfed. And this, I'm only fighting people who push me. This Warlock wants some. I'm using a green axe here. I'm wearing mostly green gear. He's in full BIS epics. And this is what the Barb does to him. Yeah. His gear's worth about 6 keys. I go on to sell it immediately after this. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Technical communications. I've been saying this over and over again. Guys, that was my Discord, not yours. I've been saying this over and over again. We need better technical information. We need better technical communication. And a release chain engineer will provide that role and more. Internally, the role will act as a forcing function for better internal communication, as well as a broader understanding of internal sprint deliverables in the form of sizing and grooming prospective units of work. The net result will be faster delivery with better transparency. Okay, on the wind down, lastly, please understand, all of this is coming from a place of love. I want this game to be successful, and it hurts me to watch this 1 step forward, 2 steps back cycle kind of perpetuate. I need as much help as you can muster to get these recommendations in front of someone who can act in improvement to this situation. As always, thank you for your time. Please do not like or subscribe from watching this video. I don't want this rant, this recommendation, whatever this is, to be perceived as some kind of cynical grab for attention. This is essentially the executive overview of the structural problems inside of IronMace's process today, from my perspective, outside looking in. My only hope is for the continued improvement of the product and a level of execution worthy of its creative potential. I'm going to include links in the description for the lore and Ryan 6 Days a Week. The lore is a great streamer and YouTuber producing mostly fighter-related, mostly Slayer-related content, but he's really enjoyable to watch, so please give him a like and follow. Also, Ryan 6 Days a Week, in my opinion, the best educational content creator for Dark and Darker, and he's got insanely high production values. I'm jealous of both his ability and his audience. But with all those disclaimers notwithstanding, you know, my hopes are that someone here at IronMace can see this. Terry, my rate is $350 an hour. I'm willing to waive that for a week's worth of my time if I can help you improve your internal process. All I want to see is for you guys to be successful in your own terms. Anyway, that's all I've got. If you guys want to stick around, you can watch me selling that Warlock's gear. Like I said, it sells for about 6 keys, 3 direct, and then probably about 3 keys worth of ingots and gold and trade that I do afterwards. I'll leave that running. Guys, thanks so much. And until next time, Koopa out.